When a persistent issue shows up at work, the automatic reaction of most managers is to look for a technical solution. It's easy to latch on to these types of solutions because they tend to be fairly straightforward and they're marketed to your exact problem. So you might try out a new calendaring system or a project management system. You might try and get training for your staff on a new skill that you want them to use. But often persistent issues are related to adaptive challenges, ones that are difficult to identify, much less understand. These challenges tend to require more of you and your team. And if you can't solve the problem, it reflects poorly on you as a leader, limiting the opportunities available to you and potentially even putting a future promotion at risk. The end result ends up being a whole bunch of stress for you. And when you're stressed or your team is stressed, it can create a bunch of interpersonal conflict that you then have to deal with. All of this means you might end up working harder or longer than you want to, which creates the conditions for burnout. This is what well-intentioned but largely ineffective managers tend to struggle with. And that's because they're operating from largely outdated models of leadership. When an adaptive challenge is involved, a technical solution cannot solve your problem. You can't throw more money, more resources, more people at the problem. Technical solutions cannot address those underlying issues that are causing the persistent issue to show up in the first place. And that's why we need a different approach. In fact, Ron Heifetz, who co-founded the Center for Public Leadership at the Harvard Kennedy School, states that the most common leadership failure stems from trying to apply technical solutions to adaptive challenges. It's kind of like how you address a challenge, like addressing high blood pressure versus getting healthy, right? With high blood pressure, we have good solutions that are known to help address that problem. But ask anyone who has tried to lose weight or get healthy by downloading a new app to help them count calories if that is the thing that moved the needle, right? A challenge like getting healthy may require lifestyle changes, habits, mindset, beliefs that need to shift in order for you to make real progress. If you are in fact facing a technical problem, you can see how command and control or top-down styles of management would be really effective, right? Like if I know that if we do A, B, and C, then we're going to get the outcome that I really want, and that's going to serve our customers, then I'm going to do everything I can to try and control that process and make sure we're doing it all right and doing it efficiently as we can. There isn't a need for curiosity or innovation in this process necessarily if I know all of the inputs and what we need to do. In fact, standardization and bureaucracy actually serve me here. Okay, let's look at some of the attributes of technical problems versus adaptive challenges. Technical problems are easy to identify. For adaptive challenges, the problems are often unclear or difficult to identify, which makes them really easy to deny, actually. Technical problems often lend themselves to quick and easy solutions, cut and dry. Adaptive challenges, on the other hand, are solutions that are unknown, or they require some changes in beliefs or values, roles, relationships, the way we approach things. Think more systemic. Often technical problems are solved by an authority or an expert, whereas adaptive challenges require that stakeholders or the people with the problem are doing the work of solving it. Technical problems require changes in just one or a few places, often within the organization, whereas adaptive challenges tend to require changes in lots of places and even across organizational boundaries. People are generally receptive to technical solutions, whereas with adaptive challenges, people often resist or deny even looking at the challenge itself or that it exists. One of the biggest obstacles we face with adaptive challenges is an aversion or immunity to change. It's like we know the change we want to make, but we still can't seem to make it happen. And in fact, that dynamic is how you know you might be trying to apply technical fixes to what is actually an adaptive challenge that you need to understand better. So adaptive leaders are the ones who know how to discern when the problem is technical or adaptive in nature. They're able to get clear on personality dynamics that might be holding their team back and build relationships that come from this deep listening and a trust and collaboration. They know how to create safe containers for growth, creativity, and risk-taking as a team, in part because they're not waiting for a fully developed plan, right? Instead, they're encouraging learning by doing and asking questions from this deep curiosity and openness. They are able to trust that there is this collective wisdom that's going to emerge if you create the right container. Adaptive leaders are learning and growing, and they have confidence in their ability to lead the team as you collectively navigate what end up being increasingly complex challenges that we're all facing. Over time, their profound commitment to the health of the whole radiates to nurture a similar commitment in other people on their team. And because they aren't wasting time or energy anymore trying to find the right answers to problems that don't have one, they experience a type of spaciousness in their life that helps them feel more energized and curious about where the day is going to take them, instead of dreading Monday morning and the fire drill that's waiting for you on your desk. If you are interested in learning more about adaptive leadership, I am offering the opportunity for a handful of leaders to come together in January for a 6-week accelerated program to build the muscles of discernment and learn how to build these types of safe containers for your team to learn and grow. Comment or message me with the phrase adaptive leadership, and I'll send you all the details on the program. Enrollment is opening soon, and I'd love to have you join us. I think it's going to fill up quickly.